Hi everyone, Teresa here for the Petite project, and this week's post is one that I would like to keep updated on an ongoing basis as we all have suggestions to add to it, and it is about practical sewing resources for knitters. So I've got us started with a couple of resources. So one is dress form, which I may not have mentioned at all yet in the Petite project, but it's something that you might find useful for a few reasons. So dress form, if you've never seen one before, you've never heard of that term, it's sort of like the shape of a mannequin, and you can buy ones already made, and they're sort of adjustable so you can get them close to your own measurements. There's tactics that you can use, like patting them out or changing them, if they're adjustable, to be closer to your own size. But what I suggest, and what I've done for myself for a few reasons, is to make your own, which kind of sounds insurmountable until you watch a few DIY dress forms in duct tape videos on YouTube. So I've included one such video for you to take a look at, and they're real simple to make. All you need is a friend, an old t-shirt, and sort of a bunch of duct tape and filling material. So you can watch that video. It shows you how to make it yourself, and some of the advantages to that is that it's very inexpensive, especially compared to buying a dress form, and it is your actual shape. So if one shoulder is higher than another, if you have certain vertical measurements that aren't replicated in some sort of pre-made dress form, it's neat because it is your shape, right? If you have someone lend you a hand, you wrap it the right way, it is your shape. So it's cheap, it's exactly the shape that you are, and it can help you for a few reasons. So you can be real objective about looking at this torso of yourself. I've got mine hanging in the basement. I use it a lot for sewing, but it's also real great for knitting, and like I said, being objective about your shape and putting something on it and seeing what it actually looks like on your body, but removed from yourself. So those are just a couple examples of sewing resources that I think would be useful for knitters. So if you have anything at all that should be added to that list that you'd like to see there, just reply to the post or get my attention somewhere across social media. Like I say, every week you can find me as Canary Knits. And another fun thing about this week's post is we have another interview, and in this case it's from Robin Hunter, and she goes into quite a bunch of detail with a whole bunch of really interesting resources that I have all linked at the bottom of the post for you as a knitter when it comes to sewing, when it comes to thinking about your shape as a petite person. So very interesting interview, and like I said, I've got us started with a few different sewing resources, but the question for this week is pretty much putting it in your hands and asking you if you have any sewing resources that you think should be on this list for knitters. Just let me know, and you will see them appear. So this week and every week, thank you for joining me here in the Knit Petite project. For the rest of 2017, you'll see a new post every Tuesday, and you can follow the hashtag pretty much everywhere as Knit Petite project. You can find me pretty much everywhere as Canary Knits, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next week and all the rest of the weeks of 2017 to talk about petite fit issues in knitwear. Thanks, everyone.